All right, what's going on, everybody? And thank you so much for tuning back in. We have ourselves an exciting matchup here, and this is going to be for the ESEA League Season 55, the Open 9 and 10 in the West Division. We have ourselves the Shanghai Sharks taking on Fracture, and right now for Team Shanghai Sharks, they're sitting themselves a very impressive record with only one singular loss. So these guys have been on an absolute tear so far in the 9 and 10 Open Division here in the West side. So they're going to be playing Team Fracture, which again, they're sending themselves a little bit different in the landscape of this, where they had a bit of a 1-2 start, and now they've been on a bit of a winning streak. So these guys have really been able to find themselves quite a few different, amount of games in favor for them. So I think this is actually really exciting, considering you have a team that only has the one loss, but also at the same time has been able to pull themselves through pretty nicely. We are going to get things underway momentarily, and I just want to make sure we can get everything ready to go for you. Just bear with me. Okay, I think we're ready to transition this thing over. And for anybody that's not aware, just to remind you really quickly a little bit about the process in the sense for the Next Big Caster Initiative. It's myself and other casters that are, getting a chance to cover all the games from the Open Division all the way to the Advanced side, and hopefully, an opportunity to make it to the community vote to get your, ballots and votes for us to, one of us to have an opportunity to go to EPL, which would be an absolute dream come true. So I definitely hope that's something we can do. But look, without further ado, we're ready to go. The Shanghai Sharks taking on Team Fracture, which is going to be on Mirage, and you can see the knife has been secured, and Shanghai Sharks start on that CT side. All right, so we see that the T side's getting ready for essentially just a full execute. This is now going to leave it just for Ricard and also PRS to be able to lock this down, but the USPs can't do too much into the one, so now the reinforcements are here. That retake is being commenced. A duel already in the CT spawn, and a great shot from Estro to be able to find this, and now SNG, I was going to say the last man surviving, but no, not long for the world. And now the Shanghai Sharks, they started off with only 2 casualties, but that retake, once again, they just kick the damn door. So a little bit earlier on, we were able to capture the 9 and 10 Open East side in the division. Now we're here on the West. So again, Shanghai Sharks sitting themselves in a very dominant position right now. Essentially that top 3 right now, which is very exciting. So a lot more can be at stake for these guys to see if they can continue their winning ways to getting to playoffs. And with that bomb going down, does add a little bit of extra coin here for the T side. But again, they're going to just try to 5-man commit to this. They're not going to mess around at all. Potentially just looking to go for the full pop. A flash and a Molotov is available, but now Estro, once again, gets himself a great shot. He's just getting some easy kills, and now Frog's going to be close on by here, but can he be able to just stunt them as well? He's taking some damage, but yeah, it's pretty much a full massacre. Not much to expect here for Fracture. Little kill, but now they got some coin to work with. This is going to be important. A very important round, number 3. So we've seen a full A commit where it was a 3-2 split, double palace, triple, and ramp. We saw the 5-man commit. Now we're talking about taking control of the map, and look at how fast the Sharks, they've been able to just take over mid-control, making them tremble early on, and now Toy's taking some big damage. He has the bomb as well. Is he going to be able to escape? He won't. So that's going to be dropped. But double players and underpass, they try to get aggressive, but look at how fast they get shut on down. And it's all just down to Esau, and now it's just him remaining on the 1-on-4. But again, 4 HP for Frog, you have 20 remaining on Ricard. The bomb can be picked up, but again, you can see, look at the CTs. Triple player towards connector, now making it all 4. So essentially, they just want to play the numbers. I don't mind this. Now they realize they can, divide this 2 and 2. The thing that's a little bit scary, though, your 2 lowest HP players are going to be locking this down into B. So this actually does give a pretty, again, a little bit of an opportunity here for ESEA to maybe be able to find something, right? These duels can be a little bit more favorable in the sense that he's got the HP. Knight just needs to find the angle, but Frog's going to have the better of it. And a 3-0 right off the bat. Yeah, so as I mentioned, again, for a team such as the Shanghai Sharks, they took their one loss to Will Throw for Cash, what a team name, but that was one of the matchups that they did lose. None the wiser, we'll get back into it. A flash gonna get thrown to CTs once again. 4-man committed underpass. What are we watching? What is going on here? This is just pandemonium. This is just chaotic. This makes no sense. And the Shanghai Sharks, they're playing as a unit. They're just playing as a squad. They're just essentially a shark pack. I didn't even know that was a thing, I guess, but that is going to be the case. And now PR is going to have to do something magnificent here with a 1-on-4. Bomb's going to have to be retrievable, which is possible, but again, no rifles that are going to be avail. Not going to be an easy situation, to say the least. But you can already see with Frog already pushing all the way through B, this is exactly why you're seeing the 3 players essentially just kind of, you know, swarming towards A or just kind of regrouping towards A, because now, like, essentially PR has to clear multiple different angles. It's going to have to hit some of the best shots here with the Tech 9. No utility to flush him out. Here's the one on ramp, gets distracted on it, tries to see if he can get a plant for some reason, but a little bit of a misplay, but honestly, so far from Sharks, I'm really liking what I'm seeing. They're just taking this mid control. Like I said, this last round was kind of nuts where they know there was like pistols against them. They still went for a big firefight underpass. They're really just trying to play extremely unorthodox right now. And look, it's different, but look, it's creative. I'll give them that. All right, guns back out. AK's ready to go, locked and loaded, and now full aggression. PR actually going to hightail himself into the site, but can he be able to find the timing? Frog's going to get exposed. He does get the kill, and now Toy, thankfully, can be able to find this secondary kill onto this, bringing it to the 3-3. Nade's going to get thrown here from the T side. Still plenty available. Estro does have the nade. That actually might land nicely, and it doesn't do as much damage as you would think. All the 3-on-2, still in favor here for Fracture. Just trying so desperately to just wait as long as possible, just holding their ground if they can. A big swing from SNG, but now it's cost them. I don't know how all of a sudden it's all down to Brynbrand now on the 1-on-1, and Miles, a little bit of a fake defuse, and he just has to burn the time. He had a smoke as well, but oh, this round, it's going to come down to the clock or just running out of time. And Fracture get it done. And Miles, unfortunately, he picked up some utility, but I think he thought he was already committed and he had to go for the fight. Good work from Brynbrand. So as I mentioned, Fracture, a team that, you know, again, they were able to get a first opening win against Old Gamers Club, and then they took 2 losses pretty quickly so far in the beginning of the season, but have been able to bounce themselves back in quite swiftly into the season. So putting themselves in a position where they're still, you know, in that top, relatively top, you know, I think it's about, you know, 50 if you're kind of looking at this. Depends how this game could go. That mid control is going to be up for grabs. You can see double player into underpass. You also have for Toy just kind of spawning through window. The CT's playing a lot more conservative on this one. They're playing a lot more respect onto this. They're not overextending themselves. Definitely waiting things out. Frog kind of toying with the idea to maybe swing into middle now, but SNG has actually been able to get himself into window. So this is a big power play right now. Despite that Frog actually does win that kill. It's a little bit unnecessary, and now with Frog actually taking down that player, that's the bomb exposed. So this has become worse for wear right now for Team Fracture. They need to be able to find something because they have that bomb in full of their sights. SNG has to make a play, but now this is kind of a little bit more of a give up where they might expect him to do something like this. Frog does find one more. SNG might be able to get this connector kill, but he's hoping for the timing. And he might get this one, and indeed he does, and it's all just down to him. I love the idea from Fracture that initially that they were going to get this player boosted into window. SNG just kind of waited things out, but really, the thorn on the side was the fact that Frog was able to find that double kill. Not only just that, but again, breaking it down to the fact that he was the one that goes onto Cat, he gets an easy one-on-one duel, and the bomb was just given to him on a silver platter, and that, you know, that bomb misplacement, that costs the round for Fracture. No doubt about it. Nades galore, and now the mid control maybe here for Fracture. They're going to try to see what they can do. Nade's going to get thrown, but look at Miles. Him and Ricard together, putting the ops to work, double sticks. I can't even get to it fast enough. And now ESEA by themselves. Tech 9 in hand, no utility. A 6th round surely to be up grabs here for the Shanghai Sharks. A big work from the ops. Double here for both Miles and Ricard, able to get things done. Money is available, so now we could see Fracture potentially going for this op, and indeed they will. That's going to be PR that is equipped with it, ready to go. But this has been tough. I mean, we've been seeing the Shanghai Sharks again. They've been playing super aggressive. They've been mixing up the players. They've also just been playing very passive setups. They are really making a good test here against Fracture for their IGL. Pierre's going to see what he's going to be able to find. No crossing of the CTs onto this. It's a 4-1 split, and you do have Brand that actually is going to be just getting us some intel. Still waiting things out in the sense that SNG might try to be the lurk, and now they're going to try to pop this. They're going to try to see what they can do with this. PRS, Miles. Just a spam of the A4. Can he be able to find a little bit more? And he does. Look at that. So easily, too. Great utility work. And now PR. It just swings and misses the entire time. And the Shanghai Sharks, domination with a 7-1. This game has been going quickly. Well, one of the first timeouts, you know, the previous game that we covered for the open 9-10 in the East division was, we actually, again, it was such a quick game that we didn't even see a tactical being called. And now, honestly, I don't blame Fracture. They have to. I mean, we could see here that, you know, it's been 4 rounds in a row. They finally get themselves that one-on-one, which, again, let's not forget, that was because Miles picked up the utility very late in that engagement. He, you know, was trying to fight the guy Palace. So a little bit of a, you know, some clutch work from Brand, but really it's been full steam ahead. Like 2 flawless rounds from the CT side here of Shanghai Sharks. Every single other round essentially is you've had 4 players alive. Like it has been cooking good over here for the CT side. Oh, Miles might get tested again. He does actually drop, so that might be a little bit of a misplay from himself. Trying to get the jump spot. Flash is going to get thrown. Ricard can't seem to find it. Now Miles. In an unopportune position, but again, that flash from Frog, that does land nicely. Now Frog just putting so much work with the rifle. It's a massacre. Oh, this is just feeling worse for wear right now for Fracture. Like, they just cannot seem to have any control at all. The T side seems to be a really big, you know, Achilles heel for these guys. And again, the highest amount of kills we see is Brand with 4. And I mean, this mid control really is not that impressive. Like they're throwing some basic smokes, but they're not really doing anything to get control of Catwalk. They're still leaving a lot of exposure onto this. So now they're going to try it again. PR's going to try to get the boost. SNG, oh, you got to count your lucky stars. I can't believe it. Oh, and PR again misses a critical shot. Look at Frog, though. A pop open of the smoke. He might be able to find the timing. He doesn't. PR going to get caught with that nade. Takes quite a bit of damage. And now Miles has been able to find another kill. Frog hungry for more, but can't seem to find it now. Brinbrand, he's been able to finally get some retaliation onto this. Through the thick and thin of this fight, the bomb's going to be dropped in middle. PRS is now going to be able to swing through mid. You can now just see it's 2 remaining players of Brinbrand getting ready for the mid smoke into window. But Toy is an underpass. Oh, and a good timing onto that Estro. I thought actually he was going to just get away in time. Miles and PRS now the last 2 remaining players here for the CT side. Drops. PRS, he actually was the one that dropped through the smoke, leaving it all just down to Bryn. But a great trade out and kind of playing the high-low position here for the CT side. A 9-1. You know, like, again, this is a situation where money is just, like, essentially maxed out. Like, we saw, like, 16K, I think, on 2 of those players. But, again, not too bad of work here from the Shanghai Sharks. Again, that one little bit of a mid-round, you know, in the portion of this half, and it's just been, again, domination after domination. Ricard might get timing, and he does. And now even PRS maybe will too. They might even be able to just win this round based on them just, like, hightailing it, just holding W. But it ain't done yet. Miles is so close on by here with the ult. Frog's ready to finally come and play as well. Was able to spot one of the players into default. A nade gonna get thrown. Does about 20 damage against Toy. Another one. He gets caught. Miles finds him right in the crosshairs, and now ESEA does get it. Now Frog looking for a new gun. But Fracture once again, they're gonna be able to scrape around through, but better late than never, I suppose. All right, last round of the first half, we go. A 9-2, and Shanghai Sharks have just, again, been so despicable. Just taking over Mirage on all fronts. And a little bit more of a different change up here from Fracture. You can actually see a little bit of a 2-1-2 initially. Bryn's gonna actually be playing a lot more passive into mid, just watching from the T-side apartments, and now it's gonna be a full man commit onto this, and now, oh, Frog, he's just trolling. This is just such a BM. Flash in, Ricard gets a kill, now Frog's just gonna be the distraction. Oh no, and he gets away with it. Oh, that has gotta feel so bad. That has gotta feel so bad. Now just getting fed. Miles gets a shot. PR does finally get himself something here with a little bit on the op. But it shouldn't be long for this world. PRS misses that initial engagement. Now PR. He hears Estro. He's trolling. He's toying with his food. And now maybe, hang on. The 1v1. A good flash gonna get thrown. And oh, PRS, he's blind, but he still gets away with it. He gets out of this and now gets another chance onto this. Lots of noises, and now he's just trying to go for the quick scopes. He's just trying to be so cheeky and stylish. But PR finally gets a little bit of redemption and gets himself that quad kill. And that's going to be a 9-3 in favor for the Shanghai Sharks. And this is okay, like, look, I mean, I'm all for having a good time. I get the scores 9-3, you know, or it was like, you know, 9-2 at that one point for Shanghai Sharks, but this is where, I mean, we have seen it before where teams, they get a little bit overconfident And then that really does backfire, right? Like that's where they get kind of kicked in the butt a bit, and that's where karma maybe kicks in. So for a team like this where their record's really good, I mean, they've been playing so well. I'm just hoping that doesn't kind of, you know, turn around against them. But the CT side have actually given up this mid control, and now you can see Bryn. He's going to have this awkward encounter through window, and he gets overwhelmed by the numbers. So now, oh no, they're going to actually try to flank through jungle. ESEA gets instantly gooshed, and now PR. He has the dualies, but he gets bested by the Glock. Oh, again, the positioning. They just gave a lot of respect here for Shanghai Sharks. Probably creating a little bit too much space. And now these Glocks, they're just trying to do absolutely everything. Astro coming in wide. He's got the P250. And that's going to be a head taken away. And again, you just see the Shanghai Sharks. I was just making a comment about, look, maybe overconfidence, maybe getting their heads. Clearly not. Boy, oh boy, these games have been fast and furious here for the Open 9 and 10 division. Both the West Side and the East division as well. See where they want to go with this. Estro. P250. Full belt utility. All 5 players are here. And now it's just going to be an absolute frenzy here. Potentially a massacre. A Zoo skill is going to come through, sure, but now SNG, can you get the job done? No, and ESEA now remaining with a USP and a dream. Might be able to find the timing. Tries to get a knife out. Not sure it's the right call, but they tried something. Such an important round right now. Okay, so for Fracture, like, this is it. Money well spent. Ops out for PR. Rifles. Everything on the line. This truly is the moment they have to squeeze everything into their favor. They finally get some kills. There we go. They actually eradicate everything in their path. Miles, once again, Mac 10 does get away with a little bit of a cheeky kill, but again, not much sweat here in the sense for Shanghai Sharks. Like, they're sitting with a massive amount of rounds in their favor. They still have plenty of cash. That was very much a bonus round. Again, it's important to talk about for Fracture, like, what I was meaning is that they had to keep as much as they could with players alive. Just keep that money afloat. Even if, you know, they could keep 5 alive, it just kind of keeps the cash moving nicely. So they do that. They only lose 1 casualty. But this will be, again, an important round. PR going to be in mid. Now it's going to be the only anchor of ESEA here into this A site. Might get overwhelmed. Here's the Palace. They're aggressive. They're so aggressive. He doesn't even expect it. Why would he? Look at how fast they take this control. And look at that from PRS. Beautiful wide swing. Finds the connection now. A 3-on-3. And you can see that Frog was just trying to play the tightest little bit of an angle onto this. They clear CT. PRS again and again has been able to find himself a triple kill. Now looking for a little bit more. Trying to end it with a quad. And 12th is going to be grabbed up. But wow, oh wow, PRS. What a way to make a statement here to get yourself to match point. You know, and I feel like Frog has been kind of, again, like the player that's been getting a lot of impact. I mean, he has the most kills, obviously, but again, he was able to find the bomb carrier. He's been able to get some double kills many different times. Miles has been playing absolutely gorgeous with the op. But love to see that PRS is really just, you know, playing whack-a-mole with these guys and just taking them out. Left, right, and center. Full aggression now. Shanghai Sharks. Just running through. Look at how they gotten so quickly into the site. Ricard's been able to find the trade-off. But now SNG, that positioning is ultra wide, and ESEA has been exposed, and now with 18 HP spared, like, I mean, that bomb is all the way in the back. It is not fully committed onto this, but they know exactly where he is. They have a strong feeling of where Toy is now. They have that information. They don't even care. They're not even going to go for the plant. They're just going to go for the gunfights, and they get it. And now PRS should be able to have this teed up very quickly, and that is going to be that. A 13-4. My goodness. Right now, I was thinking, look, like we could be able to capture some of these fun games in the open division, and we absolutely did. I mean, that was a 19-8 record we saw from Frog. We saw everybody just doing such great work. Honestly, such an impressive showing. Like, I mean, I wasn't 100% sure what we were going to see. Like I said, a really strong record for the Shanghai Sharks, but man, oh man, it was just a bulldozer, and they did a great job of just playing fast. They gave some different mixtures in their strategies. Again, nothing really in terms of strategy that was like very complex or very different or, you know, really just reinventing anything. Like they just played some very simple, super aggro Counter-Strike. And I think really the biggest thing was the fact that they were so unorthodox or such a unique and weird style that they were just like 4-man pushing mid at random times or 4-man pushing underpass, like things you just wouldn't normally see. But I think these guys definitely had a lot of history with each other. Like you could tell they were typing a little bit to each other. So that made it really exciting. But nonetheless, look, that was a quick day for us here in the open 9 and 10 division. So it was really fun to see both, you know, the east side play, also the west side. Very dominant victories here tonight. But look, that's going to be it here on the stream for me. And I appreciate you all for watching. We'll be back hopefully tomorrow to be able to capture some of the IM and main games that we have coming through as well. And we'll make sure to catch you then. Take care.